So this is a 2007 Lexus RX 350, and this is a coolant leak next to the where the thermostat is at. You can see it's wet there. Here. So I think there's a gasket in there I need to replace. So I got the coolant for like $25, and the gasket is like, well, I think it was $8 or $10. Can't remember, but here's the part number. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the coolant. But if you look under down here, that's where the drain is at. So you go underneath, you should see it. And it's right there. So while I'm working, I'm gonna let it just drain. I'm going to take out the cover, so maybe have some space. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start taking out the dog bone and probably this area and this area. So when I take these out, I'm gonna put it back where it's supposed to be, and I'm gonna put these two here so I know they're supposed to go together. So now I'm gonna take out the dog bone. So when you take it out, make sure you look at see if they're the same length. If they are, then you can put them together. And like I said, I'm gonna put everything back where it's supposed to be. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to remove this hose here. So I'm gonna remove the clamp. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna spray some silicone in here so it come out easy. Don't try too hard or you might damage it. Just just do gentle so there's a little bit opening. So now I'm going to start taking out this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one all the way in the back of here. So this one gonna be hot, and one back here gonna be hot. So what I used was a 14 with a swivel, to make sure you need a swivel, right? And also if you have this, will come in handy too. One of these. This one I'm gonna use for the one out here. And this one I'm gonna use the one for all in the back. For the back, make sure you push it all in against it and break it open. If you don't do that, it's going to strip. So once you loosen by hand, loosen out, and you can loosen by hand and just do that to be faster. Yeah, so this the back one. This one's the hard one to get to. And for this one, I'm just going to use this one. If it's not, then so you push it all in. Yeah, so this is one of the hardest ones. So once you get this one out, it should be okay after that. Because this is the hardest one, and the other one. So once you get it out, you try to get it out. It's hitting on the hose. So just push it to the side. And you're able to come out. So to take out this, I think we need to lift up the engine a little bit, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on there like that and take the rest out and just swing it to the side. I think that's the best way. I'm gonna break these loose first. So before sorting these out, you can also mark these so you know where they go later on. So I'm gonna put this one as number 1. Then I'm gonna put this as the circle. Then you can mark the rest whatever you want to be. So once you got it loose, you can just use your hand too. And this one you can mark down wherever you want. I can mark down like a 2. Then you put a 2 on here. So this one you just play with it, because it's hitting the harness here. Just push the harness slightly out of the way and you come out. For this one, I'm gonna mark a 3. So now we got all the bolt out. We're just gonna lift it up and just leave it hanging. So maybe that'd be easier for us to do. If it's not, then we do have to lift up engine, but let me try to figure a way how to do it. So like I said, there is this 2 bolt that's holding this. So one is out here and the other one's the hard one is in here. So hopefully I can figure something out. So I'm going to use a 1/4 inch to take out the 10mm bolt. It's like about 8 inch. You have anything longer or shorter, it wouldn't work. So before I'm going to start to break loose, what I did was spray some WD-40, let it soak for 10 minutes, just in case if it's hard to get out. And it seems like it's pretty tight, so I'm going to do this way so I can have more torque to it. So it got loose ready. Just good. So you can see that I'm turning loose now. So I'm not going to take this all the way out now because I have to lose the other side first before taking it out. So for the outer one here, I'm just going to use the regular one. Just regular 1/4 inch. It should fit in it perfectly. So now I'm going back to the inside and loosen it. So make sure you can drop it either. So you see it's coming off now. So it seems like it's kind of stuck somewhere. Looks like it's stuck on the pulley in the bottom. So I may need to take it out. Here's the bolt that just dropped. So now, the problem is now is we can't take this out because it's hitting the bottom pulley. And to do that, we have to take out the drive belt in the pulley. And since I got the new belt, I'm just going to just replace it too. So here's the belt I got from a van seller. I think it was like $30 or $40, I can't remember. But this is the part number. But when you take out the belt, make sure you just measure both of them together and make sure it's the right one. So now once you took out the wheel, we can start taking out the cover. There's 2 tin you have to take out. I think there's another clip in here, but I think it's okay, you can just yank it out. It's not going to do anything. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look at a diagram on the belt. So you're just going to go down here and just look how the belt put on and stuff like that. so you can draw a diagram. Anyway, you look at this. That's your, so this is your tensioner here. So we're going to put a 14 on here to loosen the tensioner, and we'll put a some kind of screwdriver or something in here to hold it. So here I got a 14. I'm gonna loosen, and here's the, I'm gonna use this to stick into a hole so to hold it. And like I said, before we start taking out, make sure you put out like top and how the belt go through and stuff like that. So now I'm gonna put my 14 in there. And push toward to the front. You see how it's getting loose at the belt. So once you pull all the way forward, you can stick this inside there with the hole through here. So once you got that in there, you can just take it out, and the belt should come loose now. Yeah, so that's how you take out the belt. So anyway, this is the old belt. I'm gonna test. I'm gonna see if it's the right size or not. Guess you can put your feet down and hold onto it, and you just make sure you line them up. Make sure it's good, and make sure you know it's the same on the side too. So this is definitely the right one. Damn, I need some money to buy some Band-Aid. So now we're gonna start taking out the pulley here. So this one is in the way. So we're gonna use the 14. And you can push it back to the glass, toward the back of the car. So sometimes pretty tight. But when you take out, make sure you don't drop the gasket in there too. So when you take it out, just take it out real careful. And make sure you yeah, the calcium towel here is here. So just leave it like that. But you can always also mark it here now, so you know that later on, you know, it's outside. So if this ever drop out, I would know that this go to outside. And so I think we should be able to take this out now. So there it is. All the hard work pay off. So since I got it out, I'm just going to use some brake cleaner and just spray in the rag and just wipe it clean. So when you put it back, it won't bleed. So before you start take out the thermos, make sure you know where the little nipple is. The nipple is supposed to be on top, but on here it's in the bottom. So I think someone already working this, and they put it back, and it was backward. So like I say, just take a picture of it. So when you put it back, you should know how it's supposed to be. By the way, I'm gonna take it out and I'll show you that they put it backward. See? So the nipple was in the bottom and it's supposed to be on top. So whoever did this didn't know what the hell they're doing. So it's supposed to be like this. On top. A label on the trail should be good. So anyway, now we're gonna change the gasket on this. This what causing it to leak. So make sure everything is good and tight. So before I put it back, everything I'm gonna put a mark where I'm gonna put it, where the nipple gonna be. It's supposed to be like the top dead center. It's supposed to be like 12 o'clock or 11. Yeah, so that should be good there. Make sure it's straight in. So now I'm gonna put the housing back in. So putting it in gonna be tricky. So what I'm gonna do is I'll use this tin again. But what I'm gonna do is add some little. Guess if you have any bubble gum or anything sticky, just use it and put the tin back in, and it should hold it like this. and just turn in slowly. Don't force it in, just make sure you go in correctly. If it doesn't go in, it means you're not in the right angle. So as long as you got it in, then you're good like that. So now you just tie by hand, make sure it's good. It was okay. So now I'm gonna go do the inside. So now I'm doing the inside, and this one's really hard. So I'm gonna try not to disrupt it. So don't forget that the 210 bolt here for the thumb side. Number just hand tighten it only. Don't over torque it or it will break off. So be very careful with those. So now I'm going to put the pulley back in. So I'm going to use the 14, tighten it up again. Yeah, anyway, this 14 don't have to be that tight either. So don't break it either. After just spin it, make sure it's spinning smoothly. So it's now to put this bracket back in, another bolt. I'll do the hardest first, the two bottom one, then I'll do the rest. So I got the two hardest one in by hand already. So now I'm going to tighten the other rest in by hand. So this one is number 3. So I'm going to put 3 right here. That's good. The next one is number 1. Like I said, don't tighten, anything in yet. Just do by hand first. And this one is number 0. So it'll be this one. If it doesn't go in, you should just shake it around in there. It should go in. And this one is number 2. And this one, like I said, last one I did was I pushed this out of the way a little bit. Yes, I went there, just push this down a little bit. you push it out, you have enough space to put it in. Or you can just disconnect the connector, whatever is easier. So I got everything in. So now I'm going to just tighten everything up. And the last one. So basically, the hardest part is finished ready. Just putting this damn thing back. So after you finish this, you should be fine. So now we're gonna put this one back. Remember to lift this up a little bit. Don't forget, put this back. You go in the other end of the side. Right here. So now to put this tent back in. The one that hold this from going up. And now we can let me see, put the engine mount back in. So remember how we got everything how it's supposed to be. So when you put it back in, just take it out. Make sure you remember where this go. So tighten everything by hand first. Anyway, so my gun is not too strong. I'm going to just hand tighten these with my ratchet. So now we're going to put the hose back in. So when you push this in, make sure it go line up with this dot here. So that's in, so that's good so far. So now I think we should tighten the coolant plug. So I'm gonna put everything back in the bottom. So when you put the belt on, make sure to put this on last. So like I said, put the belt on whatever you need to, then the last one, just put on this one. Well, so when I put the belt back on, I put the belt on here first, second, third, fourth, fifth, then I'll go back here, 6, 7, and this will be the 8th one, the last one, because it's where the tensioner is. So do this one last. So basically I got all the belt ready, so this is gonna be the last one. I say. If it doesn't fit, probably mean that all your belt on the pulley and stuff and crank is not fully in straight, so it doesn't go in. So make sure they're in on the line and stuff before you put it in. Yeah, so I got it in ready. Now just go back to all the belt and check all of them is in the groove or not. Then you can take out your next one. So port toward the engine, the front, south and load, then port out. Just let it go back. Make sure you turn it in the other way or you loosen the pulley. So before you put the shoe back, just go look at the belt again to make sure everything's in the right spot. So now I'm going to put the wheel back on. So I got the wheel back on ready. Now I'm going to go up here and let the Gonna put some coolant in now. But before I do that, I have to bleed it. And there's the bleeder tube there. So I'm gonna let it out. Using it first. No, don't take it all the way, just loosen it a bit. Now I'm going to add some coolant in here. I think it take like 2 gallons. Now if you come over here, you see the cone is coming out, so I'm going to tighten it up. So what I'm going to do is start up the car now. Now I'm going to turn on the defrost. I'm going to turn the temperature all the way up. Now I'm going to go to the front and check if the coolant go down or not. So what am I going to do now is going to let it run for 15 or 20 minutes. Then after that, I have to take it on test drive, make sure there's heat and stuff. So the car been running for 30 minutes now. Now I'm going to take it out to a test drive And when you do that, make sure you turn on to where the face is. Don't leave on defrost anymore. The reason why you do this is so if it's the right temperature, it's gonna be really hot, right? And when you get to a stop sign, it should still be hot. But if you get to a stop sign and get cold, it means that you still have air bubble in the system. Okay, so now I'm going to test drive it for 10 more minutes, then go to stop and make sure is there any more air bubble or not. Sometimes you have to drive for longer than that. So I'm gonna floor it.